Hey, what's up guys, it's Slickmuff here back again with another video, and today I'm talking about Venom and Spider-Man PS4. So Venom, I think, is one of the coolest Spider-Man villains. He's one that a lot of people have really wanted to see in Spider-Man PS4. And over a year ago, Insomniac tweeted that there would not be, basically Venom would not be in the game, okay? And people pointed this out a lot in my video yesterday, and I'll link it in the description below, where I talked about villains appearing in the game, and people were like, Slickmuff, you need to do more research before you do your video, and this very pretentious attitude, which was kind of annoying. But the thing about this is I saw the tweet, like I recognized that they tweeted this, but I didn't really put a lot of stake in it, and it's not because Insomniac per se are liars, or I think that they're lying to us or deceiving us, but in a way, perhaps they maybe are deceiving us, and it's completely normal for video game companies to do this, to mislead us, and even at some points deceive us of certain things, and it's completely normal. It happens all the time. You know, you ask game developers, are you making this game? And they'll say, no, of course we're not making this game. And then 6 months later, guess what game they're making? The exact game they said they were not making. They were doing it all along. They lied. They outright just said they're not making it when clearly they are. And then even questions leading up to a game. I mean, most famously, the most people who would know on this channel, you know, Jason Todd, is he, you know, the Arkham Knight? And then, of course, they say the Arkham Knight is an original character. So they deflect that question basically with a lie. So somebody asks, is Jason Todd the Arkham Knight? The answer is yes. And what they say is, no, of course not. He's a completely original character. Okay, so, you know, and like, well, technically the Arkham Knight is an original. I've heard all the arguments. I don't want to get into this. I know exactly what people are going to say. Clearly, they lied in that moment, and clearly he's not an original character because the person behind the mask is Jason Todd. So, you know, and they'll have very clever political ways of saying, well, technically, you know, in their tweet they said there's no symbiotes in the game. Oh, well, you never said about this, or technically our version of Venom isn't. And there's so many ways to get around it, and even so, sometimes video game developers just directly lie to you. And as I said, it's not necessarily malicious in intent. You know, Insomniac is just trying to keep us on our toes and surprise us. And when they're getting tweeted every single day by fans, is Venom in the game? Is Venom in the game? Is Venom in the game? You know, it gets to a point where silence almost gives us the answer that we need. You know, they're dodging this question of literally hundreds of people flooding their Twitter every single day asking if Venom is in the game. And if they're conveniently not responding to any of those questions, but the Insomniac Twitter is very active on all these other things, well, it kind of becomes, you know, rather obvious, you know, what's going on here. Now, again, I could be wrong, and this is not to say that Insomniac is misleading us on this item in particular, but the broader point of this video is do not put so much stake in what video game companies say early on in development, and this is all excluding the fact that they tweeted this over a year ago, or right at a year ago, maybe in June, so right at a year ago for all intents and purposes. This is not to say that they didn't change their mind, that they wanted Venom to be in the game, even in a limited capacity as a side mission. And as I pointed out in my video, I don't think he's going to be the main villain of the game, but this is not to say he couldn't be in a side mission, even if they completely outright denied he would be in the game. As I said, things change. They can change their mind in over a year. I mean, from when they tweeted that out in the summer of 2016, this game is coming out in the summer of 2017, excuse me, this game's coming out in the fall of 2018. There's plenty of time for them to change their mind that, you know what, actually there is room for a Venom side mission. Actually, there is room for this, you know, a Venom Easter egg. I think I said Spider-Man. You know, Venom side mission, you know what I mean. So anyway, that's sort of my response to that, and people saying, quick video for today. I'll have another one up for you tomorrow, hopefully. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. The moral of the story is do not put so much stake in what game developers tell you. As I said, I'm not trying to imply malicious intent or that Insomniac are not to be trusted or whatever. It's just them trying to surprise us and safeguard their biggest secrets. They put a lot of time and effort into these games for fans to just basically, like, oh, they're ignoring us, or, you know, being able to deduce these things. They want to keep us on our toes, and if that means deflecting us every once in a while, that is completely normal and something that most fans will forgive instantly when they see Venom pop up on the screen in September. You know, it's one of those things that, yes, they lied, but it's also one of those things that it's a great surprise, and the surprise is worth it in the end. Okay, hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.